Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. In the last episode, we cornered Maki into letting us know that she was actually at the hangar. Or in the hangar, I should say. Not just at the hangar, she was actually inside the hangar. Where Kokichi, possibly, or Kaito, possibly, was killed. Were killed. Did I say were? Because I'm technically talking about one specific person, but there are two people in doubt of whether or not... I don't know. Any English majors, let me know what the proper term I should use there would be.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they connected.
Okay, so only 2 arrows are lethal, and not all 3. Is that... Oh my god! Oh my god, I called it with the poison antidote! I called it! So, wait, is Maki going to die here? Hold on, did Maki shoot Kokichi with the poisoned arrow? And then went to go get antidote for the poison to give it to Kaito because she accidentally shot Kaito as well?
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit? There's no way she is! 'Cause why would she kill Kaito? I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Maki is still fighting.
Huh? Fighting?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Well, in this case, I would call him the remnant of despair. If we're the last 16, or were the last 16 people of human society left, and he's the only remnant of despair, I would consider him the remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
The sacrifice that Maki is talking about must be... Maki's life, or all of us, really.
That's it!
Yeah. I had my doubts, but I wasn't...
She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
I wonder... Hold on. So... Is it possible that she shot Kokichi and Kaito, realized what she did, went back to try and get the antidote, Kaito and Kokichi, realizing that they were going to die, set up a scheme where one of them would die under the press? No, because if she would think that Kokichi was still alive and Kaito was dead after the press, she found after the fact. The bottle of antidote get inside then? I have no fucking clue.
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit? She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over. Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
I think this is the halftime show.
Huh? What do you mean?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yep.
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
Kinda.
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. You're influenced by all the people around you.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Then, what really happened?
Maki, please tell us. Please.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Here's the halftime part. Yeah, or intermission. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so maybe it is just as long as other trials. Do I want to save? Yes, please. Thank you very much. Lego. Monokuma. I wouldn't exactly call this Monokuma and Cubs Theater. And then the Monokuma and Cubs Theater segment began! But with all the Mono Cubs destroyed, this segment was no longer possible. And so the curtain quickly fell. Alright, yeah. Makes sense. Resume the class trial.
The flashback light became the motive. When Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair, I planned to kill him. I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end. I was confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but...
You are naive.
Huh?
That's what I thought. I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete, simply because it's him.
Maki totally gets me!
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow, and broke into the hangar with an Exisal. But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other.
Okay, so you didn't even fire the other two arrows.
Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow, probably by Kaito when he fought back. Both of them stopped and looked at the Exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the Exisal I was in. I jumped out of the Exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow.
Gotcha. Okay. So
That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
Uh-huh.
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison?
Strike 9 poison antidote.
Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died. And find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right?
Kaito did it to take Maki's fall. Kaito crushed Kokichi.
He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game. Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind. Especially with that message in the courtyard. Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
As a remnant of despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully. So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
Okay, so how did the third arrow get shot then?
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that? I don't understand anything you're saying. But anyway, why are you starting a killing game when it should have ended? You already know it's all meaningless. And that I'm the mastermind. Do you?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow.
And Kaito put his arm in the way.
Then,
Mm-hmm.
what?
Kaito protected Kokichi?
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
At that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison. I rushed to Shuichi's research lab for the antidote.
The Strike 9.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time.
I used Strike 9 poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that,
You what?
Also shot Kaito with the poison.
I ended up killing Kaito.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, quick question. If you also killed Kaito, shouldn't you have also killed Kokichi? Then who the fuck is with us?
When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed.
Mm-hmm. I had a feeling that they were the ones that, like, destroyed the console.
I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore. I needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window.
And threw it in.
Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote. But Kokichi stole it from him.
Okay.
Sorry, but I can't die here. Since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
Oh, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right?
Yeah, he went to space already. This is also a thing that entered my head. Is that he actually did get to go to space.
He already went to space.
Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap. Or maybe not. Because now another class trial is going to start.
Last trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
I killed...
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
What?
Aw, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki. The situation just got way worse, huh? Maki is gonna become the blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
Is that really, though? Because you could also construe this as Kaito killed himself by putting himself in front of a... Can that be considered? I don't know.
Don't you worry, Makiro. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
You're still full of energy, even like that. You really are not boring.
What? Oh, I don't know why I read that.
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you...
Don't mind me. Run, Makiro. Just hurry up and run. Run and live. You gotta live.
But I refuse to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife.
Ah, gotcha. That's okay.
In the end, I couldn't.
So that's where the marks on the control panel came from, huh?
So why didn't the sensor go off then?
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave. That's when I made up my mind.
Okay. Okay. So I just had a thought, but like maybe Kaito is still dying. I don't know how slow this poison acts, but I thought maybe Kokichi was actually killed or crushed alive. Like, I'm thinking that my tampering of video evidence is correct. Kokichi and Kaito construed it in a way to make it look like this. And then, Kaito and Kokichi were swapped out. Kokichi was crushed alive, and then because Kaito is going to die from the poison anyway, because Kokichi was killed first, and the rules dictate that the person who's killed first can only be the Blackened, Kaito is only going to be held accountable as the Blackened, who is dying as we speak. Maybe.
As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial. In exchange for all of your lives.
So that's what happened.
Then Kokichi, knowing what he knew, still helped Maki cover up her crime?
Was that why you smushed Kaito in the hydraulic press?
Kaito wanted Maki to be spotless. As his friend, I felt obliged to help him.
How dare you make fun of him! You call yourself a friend? You enjoyed watching us suffer! You fucking asshole!
Ooh, Maki is so scary. Good thing I'm in this Exisal. Pretty sure Maki would have already killed me if I was out there in the flesh. So, what are everyone's plans now? With the truth out in the open, who are you guys gonna vote for? You can vote for me, but if you do, we'll all die together. Or vote for Maki and live. Well, choose whichever you want. I don't care either way.
Well, if how slow is the poison? I just don't know how slow the poison is, because there's also a chance that Kaito took the role of Kokichi Kill me. Do it now. I don't want her to be the killer. Something like that, maybe. And it really is Kokichi in this suit? Maybe, but I doubt it. I'm still very doubtful.
Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
No, we can't vote yet. We don't have the whole truth.
Mm-hmm.
This case isn't over.
Huh?
Thank you for telling us everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand. There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
A hidden truth?
Yes, I'm positive. Because there's something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
Is it the thing that I brought up? The fact that the sensor didn't go off when she approached the thing? A part of Maki's testimony that doesn't add up. The control panel being damaged. Maki, yeah, right? Come on, I'm trying to confirm it.
That's it!
Okay.
Maki said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar. But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system on the shutter.
Oh yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter.
I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
No.
The security there isn't that sloppy. If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
And why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
That's right. There must be some kind of reason behind all these oddities. Finding that reason will help us find the hidden truth. Okay. What am I refuting? Hatch's electronic lock, crossbow, electro bomb, hangers.
Attempt to enter the hangar. And
Front
I
shutter.
tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would have
That's
approached
true.
the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
It's
Maybe
true.
It was just broken.
Perhaps it was turned to a special setting?
I
Or
think
maybe Maki is telling a lie.
electro bomb, one of Kokichi.
Control panel.
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
It seemed like the alarm system itself was working properly. So what can we learn from that?
I did attempt to enter the hangar.
Hold on. Hangar's front shutter. It is protected by an electric barrier, and if someone approaches it, an alarm will sound throughout the academy. The alarm can be disabled with the alarm remote. Can the alarm be turned off preemptively? The control panel for the electric barrier is next to the shutter. It has marks on it as though it was struck by something sharp. Okay, what's
I
the...
tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time,
Hatch's electronic lock. The two Exisals at the scene of the crime. One was in the storage with the cockpit closed. The other was in the middle of the hangar. Oh, this is talking about the Exisal's electronic lock, right? The other was in the middle of the hangar with its hatch open and its cockpit exposed. There's enough space for... There's an electronic lock on the only monocubs can open. Okay.
the alarm system didn't go off.
Electro bomb. When used, it scatters particles that interfere with electromagnetic waves, rendering electronic communication and sensors unusable. Lasts for about 2 hours and covers an area of about 50 yards. Each can only be used once. Okay. Alright. Each can only be used once. Of the 3 that were made, Kokichi had 2 and Maki had 1. Am I supposed to say...
The shutter. The alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
Maybe it was just broken.
Perhaps it was turned to a special setting?
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel?
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
I don't think there's nothing that I can agree with, and I wouldn't exactly lie with anything. It seemed like the alarm system itself was working properly. So what can we learn from that? It was tampered in some way.
And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife.
That much is true.
At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
That is true. You can't refute that.
Approach the shutter.
I think it's this.
The alarm would have been.
Okay.
That's wrong!
Gotcha.
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this month.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb? I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
But we know that the alarm system was neutralized. It had to be. In that case, then...
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
it was keeping Maki out.
What?
The main objective of Kokichi using an electro bomb was... disable the remote control, keep Kibo away, disable the... Press's safety function? Disable the remote control?
That's it!
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would
It was to deactivate
kind of make
the
sense.
safety function on the press.
Huh. I did not infer that. Because I thought it would just... I thought it would stop everything. Like, if it was going down, I would think that it would just stop functioning. I don't know.
Deactivate safety function?
The electro bomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that. If I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All wrong.
What aspect of this case runs contrary to the new evidence? The mastermind of the killing game, Kaito's cause of death, the credibility of the death video. I guess the credibility of the death video? Okay. So it is Kaito's cause of death. So, like... We initially thought he was, crushed to death, and then that slowly changed to being poisoned to death, and now we're going back to it, but... I don't know. Maybe the bomb affected the death video somehow? What? Okay, that's not at all what I was thinking. I was thinking along the lines of, like, we only saw a part of, like, the video. Maybe we saw, like, a distraction. Maybe there's just a hunk of meat underneath that, and, like, they were, like, the body was swapped out because of the pause function. I don't know. God damn it. I didn't think that. Bomb interferes with communication. I don't think it affected the video camera. Everyone's staring at me. They think I'm a fraud. Okay. Kaito's cause of death.
That's it! Kaito's cause of death.
What?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
You mean an allergic reaction? Yes, the cause of death could now be... hydraulic press? Is this what I'm using?
This is it!
Okay. So we're just right back to square one.
Hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
Okay. So then all that work just goes back to...
What? He could have?
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
But Kokichi, or himself. Because maybe he pulled the pin on the grenade and that's what disturbed everything. underneath it? I don't know.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
Not exactly. It would be whoever disturbed the hydraulic press, right?
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
A game possibility. Sorry.
What do you mean?
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's gonna be a Nagito situation. Gotcha.
No matter what?
That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too. Right, Shuichi?
Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death? Was Kaito's cause of death the poison arrow or the hydraulic press? Is it possible to tell? It's not possible, no. Because he could have been dead before the press went down.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
Just like Chapter 5/6 of the first game and Chapter 5 of the second game.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim,
It's the unknown cause of death.
but rather the unknowable culprit. No one understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Intuition?
Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
Oh, it actually is happening. What? Damn, I don't know, it's not like this actually matters.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
I was about to say, like, this feels so, like, not, like, okay.
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
Huh? Yes, of course.
Yeah? What kind of a reaction is that?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Well, I mean, because Maki took the other, one of the 3 Exisals. Although, only one was really disturbed. The other 3 should still have been on patrol, so there's no way that he would have been able to observe it.
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
What's going on with Monokuma right now?
Monokuma? Do you not know who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
You don't know, do you?
Am I gonna have to fight against you in the debate?
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either? No, it's probably just one of these quick time ones. I just have to find the guarding thing. Monokuma doesn't know. What does this tell us about this case? Wait, this case?
Yes, that's it. So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some light on this subject.
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
Oh. Interesting. So the way to stop the true mastermind?
Murder Monokuma can figure out?
What's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
Incorrect. There would be no reason why they would be patrolling around Monokuma.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct?
Okay.
That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electrobomb to scramble whatever that was. The electrobomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the Exisals... Yes, the Exisals weren't protecting Monokuma. They were...
Keeping him captive. Attacking him, bullying him, watching him, attacking him? I don't know which is right. Watching him?
That's it!
Okay. Because...
They were watching Monokuma.
It feels as if, like, there could have been a better way to say it, but oh well.
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
Oh! At the time, the Exisals were on autopilot and directed to only observe me.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an Exisal, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
Okay.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person who shared that info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way it'll be fair to all participants.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
Right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the Exisals to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
Yeah.
Told you there's no point. Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What?
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind.
What?
Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us.
There we are.
Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
No way I lied! I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
Right. He's a remnant of despair. How can we forget that?
but that doesn't necessarily mean he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
Well, Monokuma,
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies. Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
Yeah, tell us! Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward.
Aren't you normally the forward one? I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too. But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth.
This part of the story, I'm just being dragged along.
Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
and what is that truth?
I'm not being controlled by Kokichi, because he's not the mastermind.
Is that really true?
Kokichi was just messing with you. I never once said he was the mastermind.
Then it was all Kokichi's lie?
Yeah, that is what that would mean. With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world. Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
You want to know? Then I'll tell you. I'm getting kind of bored with all the lying, so everything I say now will be the truth, okay? Is this gonna be like...
Deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
Okay. How much?
But what about the Exisal? If Kokichi wasn't the mastermind, how'd he control them so easily?
He just used Mew's remote control, right?
Use remote control?
So the remote that Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
Oh, you didn't know?
No!
Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer, she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device.
Okay.
Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the Exisals and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite. Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
We just being dragged around by Kokichi's lies the whole time?
What were you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi?
Yay! Now you're gonna be all quiet? This is so frustrating.
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
Why are you so certain there's even a mastermind to begin with?
What?
What do you mean?
Why, that's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
But I wanna know.
The real mastermind is not Kokichi. Who could it be? I was thinking it was Junko Enoshima, but that can't be it. She's dead. We've never come into contact with her. If so, who's done this? Who's planned this killing game?
Anyway, this conversation has flown off the rails. Let's get things back on track. This class trial is to figure out who the culprit is, not the mastermind. So, yeah, get to talking.
I agree. Before we worry about who the mastermind is or what my intent is, let's figure out the culprit!
But Monokuma doesn't know who it is. How How is he supposed to confirm the results?
We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave the decision-making to Monokuma. But you gotta run the class trial too, so no mistakes, okay?
Are you trying to get me to do something?
Stop the killing game?
You've been watching us solve all these cases, but you can't be a spectator anymore. You're gonna participate in the class trial from here on out.
Oh. Huh?
So, let's resume this class trial. Monokuma, you gotta use your brain too. This will be the final class trial. Me versus Monokuma.
You versus Monokuma?
When I play a game, I intend to win. But what's considered winning in this game? Beating the other players? No. Beating the game's mastermind is the true win. And that's how I'll win! That's why I decided to challenge Monokuma! If I can deceive Monokuma till the very end, then I'll be the winner!
You're dragging us around like this? Just so you can win a game?
As I suspected, your thought process defies all logic.
But since the outside world is in total ruin, this game is the only entertainment we have. At least I can enjoy this game to the fullest and feel good winning.
You really are a remnant of despair. Your way of thinking is just chaotic.
Whatevs. Let's just get this started.
Yeah, Kokichi actually has no idea what that is, nor does Kaito, because both weren't present for that flashback light. So they have no idea what a remnant of despair even is.
If the students or Monokuma don't know who the culprit is, then I'm the winner.
Don't underestimate me, or Shuichi and the others for that matter.
I was just about to click. I'm really glad that it stopped me, stopped me from being able to pass by this line. What?
It's just like a remnant of despair to try to assume control of the game. But these kids are all that's left of Hope's Peak Academy. If you think they're gonna make this easy for you, you better think again.
Whose side are you taking here?
Side? Isn't it obvious? Monokuma joins your party.
Monokuma, the ultimate despair headmaster.
Who invited you?
Now, let's join forces and unravel the truth behind this case.
Well, we were going to do it anyway.
Let's just ignore Monokuma. His actions are always beyond comprehension.
Yeah! Let's just focus on the case.
Hey, be quiet so we can ignore you.
Now, where should we start? We've already established what Kokichi is after.
He's just gonna keep talking anyway, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
In my experience, whenever you learn a new fact, you learn something else along with it.
Yes, let's look for that.
You warmed up to him real fast. I guess you are both robots.
So another truth comes out. A piece of evidence makes more sense now. Evidence that I couldn't wrap my head around. Murder video?
This is it!
There we go! Finally! My time to shine!
Let's discuss the video of Kaito being crushed by the hydraulic press.
I'm trying to make 100% certainty.
Kokichi said that he filmed that video to prove he was not the victim.
It wasn't just to prove it to us, but also to Monokuma.
But we know that Kokichi was trying to mislead Monokuma. So what about the video? It's pretty strange to present evidence that condemns you after all.
Then what kind of mistake was Kokichi trying to get me to make?
Maybe he crushed Kaito with a hydraulic press, so the cause of death would be unknown?
But if that were the only objective, there would be no need to film it. Discovering the crushed body would have been enough. No need to show us the film.
That's true.
I guess you're starting to fit in after all. If you get any cuter, I'm gonna hug you.
Huh? Really?
There must be a reason you went out of your way to show us the body being crushed.
No reason, really. That's just my twisted personality.
You're lying again, Kokichi. There's a method to your madness. If you wanted Monokuma to make a mistake, then showing us the video... It must have something to do with trying to fool Monokuma. Taking the video of the murder, but keeping the victim's identity hidden. What does it show? What doesn't it show? Hangman's Gambit again. Switch? The fuck am I spelling? T. Nope. B. V. 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 V-I. V. V. Vim. Vic. Oh, victim. Oh. Where's another I? I-M. Gotcha.
I see now.
I should probably look at the question more than anything else whenever I do that.
The victim.
Huh?
Is it even possible? No. That's a question for later. For now, we know that.
If you show the moment of Kaito's death, of course it would lead us to believe he died. Even if we can't positively identify the body, we would still believe Kaito was the victim. That might be exactly the mistake Kokichi was going for.
Does that mean the victims were switched?
Switched?
Then it was some other dead body that got crushed by the hydraulic press?
Where would he even get another body?
See, like, this has been on my mind this entire time. Like, is there a possibility that Kaito and Kokichi are both alive, and maybe they're both in the Exisal at the same time, and they're both talking, and, like, there isn't a voice changer or something inside? Because that's never been mentioned. So we actually are just hearing them both. And then, but where would that body come from?
There should be plenty to choose from if you reuse the body of the former victim.
But that, I wonder if they're going to bring that up. And the fact is that only one person can fit in the machine. Maybe that's it.
If there wasn't that many involved, then we could guess the victim was switched. But too bad. Switching the victims was impossible. The footage showed the body being crushed. When in the footage would they have been able to switch the victim?
At that little stutter.
And we already established that the footage was not doctored in any way.
Yeah, it wasn't doctored. It wasn't altered. But it doesn't mean that the recording didn't stop and restart.
The camera doesn't have any editing functions. Just play, record, and pause.
Which, I don't think I've ever come across a camera that works like that. Where you pause it to continue recording. I think it's only... I think any time that I've ever interacted with any sort of video cassette tape recorder, where, like, say you're, like, years ago, you would film, like, a wedding on a physical cassette tape. Not cassette tape. A VCR tape. Recording it there, it would just go from one cut to the next immediately. But you would hit the record button to stop it. It's not exactly pause. So maybe I'm just dumb and thinking about, like, how like why the thing is. It's just record, record, record. The 3 button presses. Well, technically 4, because you would have to end the second recording.
Monokuma also said that no computer was used to edit the footage. Remember?
Yes.
Damn it! Me and my big mouth!
But any digital file. So, like, for anyone who doesn't do YouTube videos, but I would imagine anybody who has, like, a cell phone, anytime that a digital recording is created, it creates separate files. It's not all just one giant file on the computer of multiple videos. It's completely separate files. Much like any picture you take or any little TikTok you create, it's all separate, uploaded, and recorded files. So the fact that it goes right into the next file is tripping me up.
Which means switching out the victim would not be possible. Also, if the victim was switched, then that would mean Kaito is still alive. We already discussed this so many times. The chance of that happening is impossible.
It might be possible.
Huh?
There could be a trick to make the switch possible. We just haven't noticed it yet.
Oh, and what trick is that? See? You don't know, do you? I already said it's impossible.
Maki's not wrong. There is a way it could be done. So we can't just give up here.
Hey, Shuichi. I'll think harder about this as well.
Okay,
So, can you confirm whether or not the victims switch places?
I could try.
If Kaito is alive or not?
It's not that I can confirm it, it's more like I just have an idea that there's a possibility.
I don't like the thought that I killed Kaito. I don't want that.
Okay, then.
Has she ever cried before?
Let's talk about the possibility that Maki mentioned.
Himiko, if you call her that again...
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Let's all talk it over together.
together. Okay. And don't forget, you're not alone. Don't try to do everything yourself. It's only gonna wear you out. When times are hard, you gotta rely on your friends.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Jeez, you guys are a stubborn bunch. There's no trick.
That's probably another lie.
However, if the victims were switched, then that would mean the footage was altered. How could it have been altered when we know that the footage wasn't edited?
If we could figure that out, maybe we'd know how they switched places.
I knew there was a trick to that video the whole time. Kokichi made it, so it's 100% suspicious.
A trick to that video. Man, they really like playing this, don't they? What could it be? What's suspicious about it? The stutter. What? Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna prove that with a non-stop debate, but I guess I don't know how I would have proved it with any other thing.
There must be some trick to that video.
I gotta find what I'm gonna refute.
There is no trick. You can check, but there's no editing function in that camera.
That's true.
Placement of that camera seems suspicious to any of you. The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
The person in that video. Was it really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press stopped for a brief moment.
There we are. Yep.
Could it be that the video was shot at another location?
Any other bright ideas?
Okay, so what am I supposed to agree with Kiba there? I feel like someone said something that gives us a clue. If we put our heads together, we can find a hope. We won't fall into despair.
There must
What am I using?
be trick to that video.
Hydraulic press. The hydraulic press controls are a short distance away from the device. There are two buttons labeled up and down. It also features a safety function. The body was crushed by the hydraulic press and is unidentifiable. What am I using to agree?
There is no trick.
Kaito's coat, I doubt. Electro bomb.
There's no editing function in that camera.
Hanger, nope.
The placement of that camera
Murder
seems
video? Murder video. A video shot with a camera from the Exisal. It shows the moment Kaito was crushed by the hydraulic press. Wait, what? A video shot with a camera from the Exisal. Oh, wait, do you mean, like, the Exisal as in the person? Is that what it... Is that where we're supposed... Okay. Maybe that's what the description is for. What? Maybe I use the hydraulic press on Kibo's thing? It has 2 buttons labeled up, down, and also a stop.
Just do any of you?
This is gonna be a shot in the dark.
Don't you think?
Quite literally.
Person in that video. Was it really Kaito?
I almost used the wrong bullet.
Something seems off about that videotape. When the hydraulic press stopped.
Okay.
I agree. Kibo is onto something. Isn't it weird that the hydraulic press stopped for a second?
Yeah, but... the evidence that's in the bullet are kinda... like... The evidence that's in that truth bullet kinda just doesn't expressly say that there's a third function that you can do. I don't know. I gotta leave this episode here, though. I don't know how much could be left of this trial. Hopefully I can complete it within these next few hours. But I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna leave this episode here. Hopefully you're looking forward to more and seeing what is to come. Yeah. Still have to try and condemn either Kokichi or Kaito in the end, because that's just how it's gonna end up coming about. Scary, isn't it? The fact. Oh well. Thank you so much for coming out, and sit tight and wait for tomorrow, because otherwise you're just gonna be left antsy in your own predicament. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Have a nice day in the meantime.